12 midnight, I'm sorry. 23 minutes late and time for Clash of the Supporters. So, speakers today, Brume, let me start with Peter Obi people. They led uh, the Star Wars last week. Priye. All right, Diary of a Canadian Mom. Hello, gorgeous. We are dreadlocked today. We're looking fine. Eh? Team Atiku. Hey, and this guy sent me Olu. Okay, Olu for Team Ashiwaju. Olu for Team Ashiwaju. Let me invite. And I know Musti sent me his own guy, official Abubakar. Oh, Chief Olu. Well done. Official Abubakar. Official Abubakar Shuaibu. Shuaibu Jimeta. Yes. Yes. So everybody, wow, this is the quickest I've gotten everybody. Everybody's ready today except me. Oh, Star Wars has already started. Big shout out to Henry Ukoha, who sent 50 stars, but Henry did not mention.
I'm on. Hello.
I could see you. I could see you. I could see the bass bulls, the love, the loving kindness, the gist. Everyone is ready. And today's topic is the economy. The economy. The economy is one of the most important topics on Clash of the Supporters. And of course, somebody's mic is feeding back.
I can see you. I can see you. I can see the basketballs.
Can you reduce? If there's any other phone with you, reduce it, please. So last week, big shout out to Team Peter Obi. They won the Star Wars. Star Wars is not part of the debate, but we show a lot of appreciation. And whoever wins Star Wars gets a plaque for that week where we say thank you to that team and their principal and everybody who is part of that team. So Team Peter Obi was well celebrated last week. This week, Team Tinubu did very well last week, but they just didn't win. Peter Obi people were ready. They were ready. They were vexing. They were angry. Team Abubakar, that used to do so well before, one single star they did not buy last week. But it is good. It is well. It's a fresh opportunity. Stars are bought via my Facebook page. I encourage you to buy, but it does not take away the content of the debate. Daddy Freeze does not judge the debate. The debate is judged by the public. Sometimes it takes 3 days for them to come up. So far, they've not come up with their result structure, but I think we're going to set up a panel of judges. But my fear is I don't want there to be INEC inside the team of judges, so the team will be supporting one. Let there be proper non-INEC panel of judges that will sit down and say, okay, according to the answers this week, the best debating team was team so and so, or everybody was a tie, or 2 teams had a tie. And we need that. So I don't know, you guys are going to agree in the leadership forum how we're going to have a panel of judges that at the end of every debate they will now talk. Then maybe next debate they will now announce because I'm sure people actually need to sit down, look at facts, discuss with one another to make sure the debate is going quite well. So God bless you all. Welcome, obedience, articulated, and Ashiwaju's people. One thing we need to talk about today is the economy. The economy. Someone said, who's Team Showore? Sadly, we don't have a representative for Team Showore because we had already started the debate and had gone far before we were able to get a Team Showore. But right now, over to you guys. Who goes first? I know that's always a... Who goes first?
I know I'm going last because we're first last week, so
Okay.
I'm back at the bottom of the
Team Tinubu, who
queue,
goes
so
first?
I think it's
Okay,
Atiku that goes
I think
first.
I'll go first if that's okay. I'll go first.
Yeah,
Okay,
Atiku
Atiku,
goes first
Tinubu.
this week. Yeah.
Now, who picked the topic? Because I've come to realize that these are very important things that we cannot take for granted. Who picked the topic?
It's Team Tinubu that picked the topic.
Okay, so next week, who picks the topic?
Yeah.
Who picks next week's topic?
Tinubu.
This week is Tinubu.
Next week will be picked by Team Atiku.
Then
this week is Team Tinubu.
Then upper week is
Team
Peter Obi. All right. Yeah. As usual, I'm going to interject with questions from time to time, and the questions will go to all the teams. If you're interested in asking questions, I have some questions, but just to make it open and free and fair, if you're interested in asking any question, send me a DM on Instagram, a message on Facebook. You see me bending now, looking through my phones. I'll be reading through your questions, and whichever question is spot on, I will throw it to the candidates in the order in which they answer questions. So once again, the questions will be thrown to Atiku, Tinubu, and Obi. This changes every week. So sometimes you feel that your candidate is at disadvantage because while they're struggling to answer the questions, the other ones are Googling. Just know that 3 weeks from now, it will be the turn of those ones that are having fun today. So we try to make things as fair as possible for any input, anything. Do you feel that we're not doing things well enough? Do you feel that there's a better way to do things? Send me a DM. I do read my DMs, but if you beg me for money, I will not read your DM, please. So once again, if you're buying stars on Facebook, indicate your team. If you buy 1,000 stars, just write Atiku or Obi or articulated or obedient. You know, any phrase that we know is your team principals phrase or your team supporters phrase, please go ahead. Before we start, I want to throw a quick question across before we even start talking about the economy. ASUU protest. This is a 30-second question starting with Team Atiku. ASUU protest. Airports were shut down yesterday, and the students were complaining bitterly about ASUU. If your principal were president, what would you advise him to do? And how would he be able to solve the ASUU crisis? Over to you, Team Atiku. Very quick. It's going to come round and we go straight to everybody else.
Okay, thank you very much, Daddy Freeze and co-debaters. I think the protest was actually an unfortunate incident. It shouldn't have ever led to that. But here we are today, and thank God my principal, one of his 5 agenda that he has set out, education is one of it. And I believe my principal would have not allowed it to reach this point. He would have found a negotiating point with ASUU to ensure that students are back in school. 7 months plus. So you can't blame the students for protesting and why they are where they are, because at this particular moment there's even no date for reconciliation. So I think negotiation and reconciliation are totally gone off the roof, and I assure you that my principal would have not allowed it to come to this point, because education is one of his key priorities and what he wants to focus on. Back between 1999 to 2007, they had a policy in their government to ensure that every child goes to school. So it wouldn't have gotten to this point.
All right,
So,
1 minute, 1 minute, 30 seconds to a minute is what I would expect to your answers to be. Over to you, Tim Tinubu.
Yeah, basically, I will just apply, we will apply the same principle that we apply in Lagos. Lagos State University has never been on strike now, you know, for so many years. What did they do? Very simple. Do you understand? Make them independent.
So LASU is going to school right now.
It's on, they are on session.
LASU is on session.
So what we are, yes.
Confirm that to
So
me.
what we are
LASU
saying,
is on session now.
yes. So what we are saying, the best way to handle this thing is make them independent, make them autonomous, and give them subvention. Do you understand? Education is actually not cheap. Do you understand? We need to begin to cultivate the habit of giving students loan and the rest. Because you see, what is causing this problem is 2009 agreement. Part of the problem they are having now is 2009 agreement. That is still what is still reverberating now. 2009 agreement, and the fact that, as you said, they don't want to be under IPs. They have their own payment platform they want to use, you know, for government to be paying them. You understand? Number one, if we continue to maintain this approach, strike will continue. Do you understand? And secondly, not only strike continue, secondly, we will continue to get a low quality education. Do you understand? We continue to get a low quality education because education itself is not cheap. We need to begin to cultivate the habit of giving students loan, to give students loan and all those things. Let the university, let them be autonomous. Let them be independent. Let them be
all right. Your 1 minute is done. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Your 1 minute is done. I would love that to be fact checked. Fact checkers, is LASU really on session? Is LASU still on session? Please, guys, let us fact check that. Thank you very much. Over to you, Team Obi. What would you do in a situation where students have blocked the airport? How would you handle that?
Thank you very much, Daddy Freeze, for that question. This is actually a very sensitive topic, and I'm glad that you brought it up. Unfortunately, the refusal of the government, the federal government, to prioritize education is why we're here. Prioritizing education doesn't mean increase in loans. It means increase in the facilities in the school, in the compensation of lecturers and workers that work in schools, and making the learning environment, would I say, convenient for the students. Nigerians are very bright, innovative, and what Nigerian youth do with their final year projects is ridiculous. You don't want to know how many things have been created simply by people going to the university, the higher institutions. So it would not even get to this point under my candidate because of the level of priority he has given education. Without a good educational system, we cannot advance. It would be delusional to think that we can grow as a nation if our people are not educated, and not just educated at the right time, in the right place, under the right circumstances. With my candidate, it wouldn't get to this point because of the level of priority he has given education. And you can tell from Anambra State, they had a 22% education index increase at the time he was governor. So it's not rocket science. I keep saying it. APC is a colossal failure, and the current other candidates trying to dissociate themselves from the failure of the government is, I don't know, it's weird because APC cannot deliver Nigeria from APC. Or Atiku was in APC and he was instrumental to Buhari becoming president. But that being said, my 1 minute is up.
Very good. That was just a warm-up question. Thank you all so much for your answers. I'm still trying to fact check if ASUU is really on session. I just found out that River State University is on session. So guys, over to your questions. We're buying stars on Facebook. If you want to support us, people have started buying stars. We have Henry Ukoha, who bought stars. To buy stars, come over to my Facebook page. Right under the video, you can see how to buy stars. So 3, 2, 1. We're starting with a 5-minute time limit, if I'm correct. 5-minute time limit. Everybody is going to tell us about the economy. So starting from Team Atiku Abubakar, we take pride in the fact that our timing is very, very accurate on this particular show. Your time starts now. You've got 5 minutes.
All right, thank you very much. The topic today is very interesting, and first things that I would like to state is that the economy of any country is the driving force of that economy, and it's what keeps that country afloat. Presently, at the moment, the economy of Nigeria is in shambles. One of the major issues that is affecting the economy is the the insecurity that we have. Right? Businesses are closing down. There's no power. Diesel is expensive. The environment and policies do not make companies and organizations to be able to be at work. Now, in every economy, the private sector should be the driving force or should be the lead. In every developed economy, the private sector should be the main contributor. The government should be mainly policies, regulations, and ensuring that this all businesses thrive and people are employed and GDP increases and all the indices are in favor of the country. Now, coming back to economy based on my own principle. My own principle believes in the power of capital and entrepreneurship to transform Nigeria. One, by saying that, what does that mean? He wants to provide the enabling environment in terms of ensuring that the security and enabling policies that will make industries thrive and private sectors to grow and invest in Nigeria. By so doing, you are going to create employment, you are going to improve your GDP, and you're going to lift a lot of people out of poverty. So one of the main focus is ensuring that we grow our private sector, which is very key. Most of our private sectors, most especially our manufacturing industry and production industries. And for us to have a better economy, we have to produce. The population of Nigeria is so huge, and that is what is affecting our GDP. That is why you find smaller countries with smaller population with higher GDP because of the population. So for us to take care of our youth population, being the largest population in Africa, for us to take care of that economically is to ensure we have the right policies and the right environment to attract investment and grow our private sector. By doing that, more people will be employed, because right now the government is actually overburdened by employment. A lot of government agencies right now, you find out that 10 people are doing the job of one because they just need to quit, so it's making no impact. And that is affecting our economy because now the current expenses have so far superseded and gone beyond our capital expenditures. So it doesn't make sense economically. So what my own principle wants to do is to ensure we develop this private sector. Let me give you an example of some of the examples that he brought up. Automobile and textile industries alone can give millions of Nigerians job opportunities, produce for Nigeria, and create wealth for Nigeria. And that alone, for example, we as the present government is spending almost R1 billion a day on humanitarian and feeding allowances, money that you are spending, that you probably loaned, and you're not bringing in any amount back. If you're spending that kind of money, why don't we revitalize these industries in terms of bailouts? That is when you are spending money, creating jobs and opportunities and bringing back wealth into the country. And by then, we would also even be in a situation whereby we would be exporting, not just within the shores of Nigeria, the West African countries, and so on and so forth. That is what my principal wants to do. That private sector-driven economy is his plan. And I believe that is really what will take us out of where we are. Check the indices of every developed country. It is private sector-driven. And what he wants to do is to create that enabling environment that will not just ensure our own citizens build up private sector, but also attract foreign investments. And by doing so, the indices will change in terms of GDP, in terms of the value of the naira, in terms of job creation and wealth for the populace, and in terms of security. Because once people have jobs to do, you be rest assured that crimes will die down, if not die completely. You cannot probably eradicate crime completely, but most of the insecurity of what is going on is due to the economic situation of where we are now. And this 5-point agenda: economy, education, security, unity,
Time
and
up.
involving of resources. Thank you so much.
All right, moving on to the second team. That is Team Tinubu. 5-minute time limit. Let's go. The economy.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Now, the wealth and resources of any country, in terms of production and consumption, that is what is called economy. That's what defines the economy. Now, one of the greatest indices to measure economic growth is called, in fact, that's the greatest, your gross domestic product. Do you understand? In the last 7 quarters, Nigeria has witnessed growth. Do you understand? In our GDP, in fact, the last quarter, it was 3.5% growth Nigeria has witnessed. So our economy is actually growing in that GDP, in that regard. Do you understand? So, however, that is not my take here. So I'm going to be talking about 4 different indices of economic growth. Do you understand? And look at how candidates have fared in the past. Do you understand? I don't have anything to say about Atiku really, because Atiku has never, managed any economy of Nigeria before. He was just a vice president. So I will look at people who have been governor, what they have done, and all that. In terms of GDP, you understand, Lagos State has been maintaining number 1 position in GDP since 1999. Anambra was number 16 in GDP. They are number 16. In fact, Lagos was number 1. Oyo State was doing better than Anambra. Ogun State was doing better than them. Ondo State was doing better than them. Osun State was doing better than them. They are number 16. Even Abia was doing better than them. And it's obvious, because when you look at the rate of production going on in Abia, you will understand why they are ahead of Anambra in terms of GDP. So, and another area I would like to look at is internally generated revenue. Do you understand? Obi performed abysmally low. I mean, it is the worst performance in the history of Anambra, what Obi did when he was governor. In 2003, May 2003, Ngege was the governor of Anambra, and he was doing internally generated revenue of 3.6 billion. In 2005, the team moved to 7.4 billion. But when Obi took over in March 2006, from 7 billion, he brought down their IGR to 4.6 billion. 27, 6 point something billion, 28, 6.6 billion. And when, going on down like that, in 2010, Anambra was doing 7.6 billion in IGR, while in 2011, They come down again, 6.3 billion. If you can't be a governor and you cannot be able to generate revenue, and your revenue is dropping yearly, that is a colossal failure on your own part. And throughout his tenure, he was able to do 18%. That is the only growth Anambra was able to get throughout the 8 years of Obi. But when you look at Tinubu take Lagos State ITRs from part 600 million to 7 to 8 billion. That's almost like 7,500%. And you see, one of the problems Nigeria is facing today is how to generate revenue. Because we are not having problem of debt to GDP as we speak right now. We are having a problem of debt to revenue. So our debt to GDP is about 29.something%. So which means we have the capacity to generate revenue, but we are not doing that at the moment. So you need somebody who has the technical competence, the capability, who has done it before in generating revenue, which is some of what Tinubu has done. And aside that, you know, the process of digitalizing Lagos economy is another reason why their revenue went up. I will go into details of that when we want to talk, when we are having rebuttal and the rest. Then number 3 is ease of doing business. You cannot grow any economy if your ease of doing business is very poor. Do you understand? Atiku, when Atiku was the vice president, Nigeria was at 170 in ease of doing business in the world. But as of today, we are ranking at 131. But let me face Obi. Obi was, in 2010, Obi was doing 27. He was number 27 in Nigeria. Obi was number 27. While Lagos is at 8, number 8 in ease of doing business. And the same thing in 2014 when he's about to leave office. Obi was doing 23. He was number 23 in Nigeria. He was ranked number 23 in ease of doing business. So if you cannot, while Lagos was ranked number 4, so if you cannot find it very easy to do business in Anambra, how are they going to have business there? Even to enforce contract, Obi, Anambra was number 31 in Nigeria, you know, in enforcing contract. That is why you see Lagos has one of the best judiciary systems in Nigeria today. So you can easily enforce your contract. These are some of the things that help you in growing your economy. Lastly, wealth creation. I will talk about wealth creation. You see, let me tell you something. I've mentioned it here how Eko Atlantic City, for example, was created. This is a place that was about to be submerged. Do you understand? And Tinubu turned this liability into asset. We have Eko Atlantic City, which is one of the most expensive, you know, city in Nigeria today. Look at Lekki Free Trade Zone, which was started in 2006. You know, today in Lekki Free Trade Zone, we have Lekki Deep Sea Port, which is going to create almost over $200 billion in revenue generation and create an employment of over 170,000 people. So that's how to create wealth, and that's how to grow economy. You understand what I'm saying? You know, also, you will look at it that in 2001, Lagos State invested 4 billion, 3.9 thereabout in Econet. And by the time they are cashing out from that investment, they were making 19 billion from that investment. 19 billion. That is how you create wealth. Obi invested Anambra money in South Miller. He invested 1.9 billion, which is an equivalent of $12.6 million. You understand? In South Miller. And as of today, as of 2022, that investment has crashed to 5 million, 5.3
Time up.
million to $5.3 million. That investment
Time
has
up.
crashed.
Time up.
And
Time
you
up.
can
Time
imagine
up.
how
Time
much
up.
it is today.
Time up.
All right, thank you.
Time up. Finally, Tinubu, because everybody had an extra 1 minute, you're going to get an extra 1 minute too.
All right, thank you very much, Daddy Freeze. Good morning, good evening, Daddy Freeze, fellow debaters, and all concerned citizens as myself. Today's topic is on the economy of Nigeria, and you know, you can't talk about economy without defining economics. Economics, according to Leonard Robbins, is the science that studies human behavior as a relationship between end and scarce means which have alternative uses. You cannot speak about economic prosperity without mentioning management. With the absence of systems that lead to optimization of resources and the continuous cycle of waste through embezzlement of public funds and diversion of resources, we cannot thrive. The current economic situation is a result of decades of failed leadership, that we can obviously measure through the way resources leave the shores of Nigeria unaccounted for, the blatant disrespect for public resources by the government, the incompletion of projects that are meant to boost infrastructure and the quality of life of our people, and the overall decline in productivity as a nation. The primary factors that influence economic growth are in a modern economy, are labor, fiscal capital, natural resources, technology optimization, security of lives and property, strong research inputs, balance of trade, and a viable market. Now, I have a comparative performance table here because it's easy to throw around figures, but then when you measure percentages, you see a whole different view to it. The GDP of Lagos State was $83 billion as of 2007 when Tinubu was leaving. And Anambra's was $13.5 billion when Obi was leaving. But then the HBI in Lagos only grew by 3.28%, and the HBI in Anambra grew by 15%. The gross national income per capita was 3.7% in growth, but in Anambra in 2014 when Obi was leaving was 4.5%. The education index dropped in Lagos when Tinubu was leaving, and he left it at with a minus 0.1% decrease. Meanwhile, we had a 22.5% increase in our education index in Anambra. Or is it debt? 27 billion was left in Lagos treasury, and over 100 billion in debt, but 91 billion in the treasury of Anambra State, with just 3 billion in debt. The key performance indicators of our economy, have been on a downward trend since, and the installation of this government has not helped. Assisted by Atiku, you cannot dissociate him from it. It is useless to address the economy from the perspective of IGR. IGR is completely useless if the revenue does not translate to an improvement in the standard of living of the people. The excuse of an increasing population is also dead on arrival because we've witnessed countries like China with a population of 1.4 billion people that have harnessed their human resource capital by positioning itself as the supply chain hub of the world and also boosting production utilizing that very large labor force. Any candidate that refuses to acknowledge these indices has no business in the apex office of Nigeria. Gary beans and dodo are not metrics. You cannot have over 100 million people in poverty and be talking about increased taxation. You must boost their output capacity before you can expect them to frequently pay taxes. These other candidates are refusing to address these issues because a turnaround from the current status quo does not serve their selfish interests. We need an intellectually sound and serious-minded president and not another clueless individual that will waste our 8 years. Peter Obi is ready to engage and seek solutions instead of glamorizing oneself. Through Peter Obi's multiple engagements, we've heard many times that we need to transition from consumption to production and stop being import reliant and attain that balance of trade that we need to develop as a nation. We need to lower our debt profile, and Peter Obi has addressed this by indicating that he will improve on human capital and also encourage innovation so that we can be more productive and now self-reliant. With the knowledge of the current state of the Nigerian economy, it is disrespectful for any candidate to be speaking through proxies at the moment. We are tired of glossy paper manifestos created by third parties, made up of content that the candidates themselves cannot read. We need common sense. Nigeria has always put its worst foot forward and best foot backwards, but now the youth is ready to put our best foot forward through Peter Obi. Security will be prioritized and dealt with decisively under Peter Obi, and they will be no longer walking on eggshells and negotiating with terrorists. Peter Obi is not one to shy away from issues that are rising. And with reference to the successful ANIT program Peter Obi implemented in Anambra, called from the MPGs, that Anambra is still benefiting from today. Peter Obi will definitely adopt it on a national level. As we can see, Nigeria is behind on all its MDGs. Everyone listening to me today, the power lies within us. We must exercise our power to choose leaders who represent the interests of the Nigerian people. Who will you employ to run your economy? You have APC, who has failed woefully, and you had 16 years of PDP. PDP did absolutely nothing. In fact, they set the trajectory for where we are today. Vote for Peter Obi of the Labour Party for the president of Nigeria come 2023, and let's begin this journey of restructuring our system instead of wasting years and wasting our youth. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you. Rebuttals loading next. But I need to shout out, big shout out to Sandra Ghana. Sandra Ghana bought 6,400 stars. Sandra, what team do you support? Because looks like whatever team you're supporting is already leading. 6,400 stars. Big shout out to Sandra Gama. Sandra Gama, I want to know what team you are supporting. Sandra, what team are you supporting? Please reach out to me. Her other name is Binta Ghana, so let me see if I can reach out to her. Binta Ghana. Hello, sis. What team are you supporting? All right, Sandra Gama. If you can respond. Okay, she's read my message, so I'm waiting. So whatever team she's supporting is taking a lead right now, and that was a good one. So your stars. Okay, she says she picks Team Obi. Wow, another week looking sharp for Team Obi. Priya is pretending like she doesn't care, but this is a very beautiful way for Team Obi to shine again. Another week, get another plaque, be appreciated. So big shout out to Sandra Ghana supporting the team that many people seem to love. Team Tinubu did so well last week. Team Tinubu, here's your opportunity to collect that space back. Team Atiku, you've been leading previous weeks. Last week, you didn't show. This week, you are not showing. You cannot sit down and allow Team Obi to just bamboozle you again this week. Oh. Let there be some uniform distribution now. Make una dey share one week. You don't reach your turn, Team Obi, last week. You won't do a Miloko again this week. All right, guys, do support by buying stars on Facebook. Team OB is leading. Let us see how that pans out. Smiles, jokes, love is all we share here, and we move over to rebuttals. Another 5-minute time limit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're ready, let's do this. All over to Team Atiku. Rebuttals. 5-minute time limit. Here goes.
Thank you very much. I think that the back was almost started before time. In some of my co-debaters' presentation, and I think for me, my take out on that was based on the question was for you to talk about what your candidate was going to do about the economy. But I saw a bit of shots being taken that this person is that and not. But all the same, like I said, we're still talking about the economy. And what we are talking about here is how do we move from where we are right now? The economy is in shambles, and they need to change that. Yes, whether we like it or not, Nigeria is the most populous nation. I would like to tell you that population still is an indices of your economy. You have to take that into consideration because that is what contributes to your GDP. For Nigeria to grow, we have to produce. Right now, we are consumers rather than producers. And that is why today, the value of the Naira is where it is. And I mentioned earlier that my principle, the main structure of what he wants to do in fixing the economy is providing a comprehensive objective by providing that hospitable environment for investors to invest in the country and produce. We are looking at industries that have failed and collapsed that are major contributors to our economy. And like I mentioned, I took examples of two major industries. And those two major industries alone can employ millions of Nigerians. I want to give you an example to what those industries can do. Like I told you, the automobile and the textile industries. Alone, those industries are cut across all over the country, and most of them are dead now. In 2008, let me give you an example on how important those industries are. In 2008, when President Obama came into power, one of the first things he did, America was in recession at that time, was to give bailout to the automobile industries in America because they were one of the major employers of labor and exporters of manufactured goods. Once upon a time, in this country, one of the automobile companies had a production capacity of over 250,000 vehicles per annum. Today, we import vehicles fully built, employing other people in other countries that are in those plants manufacturing those cars. So all these things are killing us. And what we need to do, or what my principal is saying, is that we need to have a private sector-driven economy. And by doing that, he wants to have the enabling environment. Now, it's not just about security, but you have to have policies that will be able to back your industries to thrive. If you have companies that are now producing, when you don't have the right policy to protect their business, and you allow your borders for importation, they are likely to come in cheaper, making your businesses in-house to not be affordable for Nigerians. And that is what he wants to change. That is what he wants to bring up, those policies that will cater for those indices. And once you have those indices available and you have a private sector-driven economy, you will have more Nigerians working from all cadre. Meaning that at all those sectors now there will be different people with different qualifications, depending on the scenario that you are in, whether it's you are a degree holder, secondary school holder, or a diploma holder. There will be levels at which everybody should be able to do something and create wealth for themselves. And by doing that, that means you created individual wealth for your citizens. That means your citizens can be able to afford more. That means your GDP has increased. And if you are producing, it means apart from local consumption, you are now going to export, thereby creating foreign exchange for you, now appreciating the value of Naira. And that is exactly what my principal is saying he wants to do with the economy. By driving that private sector-driven economy. Thank you very much. I hope I'm within time.
You are within time. Time just rounded off. All right. Time for Team Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Over to you.
Okay. I'll just tell you a brief story. I just want to tell you a brief story. Let me go first with the idea. You understand? One of the things Tinubu did in Lagos to promote idea there was to computerize the whole of Lagos State operations. You understand? I was part of the people that did the global computerization in Lagos. So look at my face very well. If you go to Lagos Civil Service, they will tell you that they know this person. Do you understand? Now, when we are deploying the HR program model, there is something significant that happened. We faced resistance when we were doing it. But Tinubu put his feet down that it must be done. And people must do biometric and all that. Do you know what happened, sir? Over 300 million naira was saved from that exercise alone. Over 300 million naira. Because we now discover ghost workers. We were able to also see, a whole school, a whole secondary school with principal, with teachers and everything. Do you understand? Collecting salary. Meanwhile, that school does not exist. We were able to deploy and find out all those things. Those are ways to cut waste and cause corruption. This is what happened in Lagos. And they make sure that every revenue generating point, you understand, they were able to deploy technology to generate revenue. And we also embrace informal sector. That is what increased Lagos State revenue. We didn't increase tax, they didn't increase tax. So that was basically what happened. Which Obi does not, I show you Obi trajectory here, when revenue was dropping. Revenue was dropping. That's a disaster. You can't be a governor and you don't know how to generate revenue. It's a disaster. When your revenue is dropping and your expenditure is increasing by 50%, I have the right figure for everything here. If it's to quote figure, I will quote figure for you. And when we talk about VAT, value added tax, Lagos State contributes almost 50.5% in value added tax to the nation. Do you understand? Do you know the funniest thing? Let me tell you very funniest thing you need to know. Ebonyi used to be the poorest state in Nigeria. Guess what? Right now, as we speak, Ebonyi is contributing more in VAT to Nigeria than Anambra as we speak. The last contribution they have was 7.9 billion, while Anambra was doing 5.4. Do you understand what I'm saying? What changed? Infrastructural development. Obi said infrastructure does not translate into economic development. That's what changed. That's what changed with Ebonyi. They are providing infrastructural development and people are coming in. Secondly, let me also lay emphasis on this web creation I was talking about. Remember, I talk about Eco-Atlantic City. For those of us who are in Lagos, who are born in Lagos, you will know that that Babbitt area used to be a disaster. There is flooding in all those areas. You understand? And he was able to create city out of it. Lekki Free Trade Zone is another good example. We have Dangote Refinery there now. We have Lekki Deep Sea Port there now. We have so many companies. Over 50 companies are in Lekki Free Trade Zone as we speak. That is a visionary leader. That's a man that knows what he's doing. Lekki Free Trade Zone started in 2006. Madam talk about Human Capital Index. I'm putting it up to you today. If Obi did better than Tinubu in Human Capital Index, I will switch over to you today. The highest Human Capital Index Anambra has, was in 2019, and that is 0.668. Lagos has been number one in Human Capital Index today. They are doing 0.686. So if you can prove to me that Obi did better for just one single year, they were ahead of Lagos State in Human Capital Index, I will cross over to your side today. It is not possible. And I'm telling you for a fact, and from the figure here. Do you understand? The highest they have done is 0.668, and that was in 2019 on Human Capital Index. Don't come here and be giving fake figures. I have figures for everything I'm telling you here. It is not manufactured. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is basic. For Atiku, Atiku was in charge of privatization. I just want to mention one thing. ASCON was valued at 3.5 billion naira. That is the value of ASCON. Do you know how much Atiku sold ASCON? 130 million USD. 130 million USD. When we get to back, I will tell you what happened to ASCON when Atiku sold ASCON for $130 million. A company that is 3.5 billion, you sold it for 130 million. Obasanjo just said something about Atiku, which is a summary of what I'm going to say about Atiku. He said the resources Atiku stole can feed 300 million Nigeria in 400 years. That is in my watch, page 31. Is there? My watch, page 31. That is the only thing OBJ can say about Atiku. Do you understand what I'm saying? So those are the issues, that it's, and I talk about Obi investing $12.6 million in South Miller. And at the end of the day, that investment is worth less than $5 million today. That is not the kind of person you say should manage Nigeria economy. Do you understand? That's not the kind. You talk about corruption. Even the Sam Miller we are talking about, it's a family business. His family has an interest in it. That is a textbook definition of corruption. We are talking of economy here, you are bringing education. This is how you mix up things. That's why we are having problem. Sri Lanka is a problem today. It is not because of their education. It is because their economy has collapsed. You guys should argue on fact, on the basis of what we are discussing today.
Time up.
Tinubu has the capacity to generate revenue. Okay, thank you.
All right, over to you, Team Obi.
Thank you very much, Daddy Freeze.
You are most welcome.
In order not to waste the time of those viewing with jargons, I posted the metrics on my page and the source. So anybody that has objections to it, go to the source and tell them that their statistics are wrong. It is delusional to detach APC, Tinubu from APC. APC is Tinubu and Tinubu is APC. My fellow Nigerians, you are all watching me. You know the standard of living you're facing. You know how hard it is to make ends meet. You know the amount of inflation you're facing. You know how hard it is to afford essential goods and services. Economy and economic issues are common sense as well. We all can testify to how bad our country is. Don't let anybody bamboozle you with projects that we cannot pinpoint. At a point, Peter Obi was the best governor in Nigeria, and he was in a minority party, APGA, and he won that award. Everybody knows also that Peter Obi was embattled, at least for the first 3 years as a governor, because of his court case. But when he settled into office, given 2010 to 2014, he performed excellently well by building the road networks, introducing industries, building the healthcare, and developing the healthcare of the nation, and developing education. You cannot minimize the importance of education because of the effect it has on our human resource capital. Anybody that tries to detach the two and bamboozle you with IGR is a joker, because a state that makes money and doesn't do anything is wasting your time. You say the HDI of Lagos is high, but people are vacating their homes in Apapa because of the disaster at the ports. You say, oh, Lagos has, and for goodness sakes, has Tinubu been the governor since 1999? Or are you openly admitting to godfatherism? Was there no Fashola? Was there no Ambode? Is there no Sanwo-Olu? How come you keep saying last year, this year, when your principal left office in 2007, this whole thing seems like a joke in the end, it's like a joke. But in order not to waste your time, as I said, dear viewers, everything boils down to common sense. You know how you used to live. You know the passion we all grew up with in Nigeria. You knew how good education was, and you know what it is now. You can see the difference. And when you check the statistics across the board, different sites and different sources, you will see the percentage increases. And they are there for you. It's public. Don't let anybody fool you. And don't detach APC and their horrible performance in the last 7 years from these two candidates, because they were instrumental to this government being installed. Anybody trying to detach themselves now is just playing politics with your life. So we must talk about the key issues, which is security of lives and property that we cannot brag about, and the current state of the economy, because people are suffering. So I would not entertain all of that. I have metrics on my page because I knew some noise would come up. Thank you very much.
All right. Big shout out to the star buyers. Hey, 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 hey. Joseph Nantoma of Atiku just came. Saw that Peter Obi people have been doing well. 6,400 stars. Joseph Nantoma jumped in with 2,500 stars. By the way, Joseph Nantoma is the black mentor. Then he jumped in again with 2,500 stars. So Joseph Nantoma has raised the bar for Atiku, who were absent totally last week. He has raised the bar to 5,000 stars, but that still keeps him behind Team Atiku, who currently have 6,400 stars plus 310 stars. So that's a total of 6,710 stars. Yes, you're doing well, Team Atiku. Yes, you're doing well, but behind Team Obi at 6,710 stars. Once again, Team Obi is doing so well and Team Tinubu is absent. What happened to all the fire from last week? We're about to hit the bass bulls. Oh, I love the rebuttals. And I want to see the bass and the bulls, especially between Obi and Tinubu. Atiku always seems to be gentle and kind, but Obi fired it. Sorry. What's his name? Tinubu fired a shot at Atiku. Let's see how Atiku is going to respond in the Bass Bulls. Quite a few shots were fired in between Obi and Tinubu. Who's going to win at the end of the day? It's up to you to decide on Clash of the Supporters. Joseph Nantoma has overtaken Team Atiku from the background. A total absence last week. A non-show up. They missed their flight last week when all of a sudden they have overtaken Team Obi, who was doing so well last week and has been leading for the first two sessions in this particular team. Team Obi, make una not agree. You will not want to see an Atiku poster put up on my page saying thank you to them. You had your shot last week, and the way you started, I think I can tell you can have your shot this week again. So over to you guys. To buy stars, it's live on my Facebook page. Leading right now, Joseph Nantoma, aka the Black Mentor for Team Atiku. Team Obi has 6,710 stars, while Joseph Nantoma for Atiku has 7,500 stars. This looks nice. Team Obi, do not agree. Team Obi, no agree. Team Tinubu, come and clear them away. Show them that it is a Milokon territory that they are playing inside. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, while we have fun and buy stars, the real debate continues as we move into a session where everybody wears their bulletproof. A session where knives are drawn, daggers are present, swords are made available, and people go for the jugular. Ladies and gentlemen, the bass and the boats, the most uncivilized part of the show. It is so uncivilized that the lady has to leave.
Brumer is coming.
So Brumer can come here and set everything on fire.
Thank you very much, Daddy Freeze. Bye.
Thank you, by the way. By the way, Priye, the beautiful lady with the lovely hair and the glasses, is the team leader for Team Peter Obi. Joseph Nantoma has answered again before Atiku people answered. Hey. Right now, Atiku is on 10,000 stars, while Team Obi is on 6,400 stars. I can warn you, don't let this slide. Jump on it. Obedience. You are not obedient for nothing. You are obedient to show them who is Black Mentor. Who is this Black Mentor? Obedience, over to you. And Ashiwaju people. Ashiwaju means the first. Emiloko means it is my turn. You people are not in the star game. You are behind though. Emiloko in the star. Ashiwaju take the lead. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Big shout out. I think Peter Obi is responding. Oludari Ogunlana for Peter Obi. just responded with 530 stars. This game looks like it's fun. So let me bring in Brume. Something in me is kind of afraid because Brume is not a joker. Now I have my hey Brume, your thing is not working no. Brume, I can't seem to invite you. Brume, you're unable to join. You might need to upgrade your Brume. Please, I can't invite you. Send me a request. You might need to update. I've been struggling inviting you using style to do Star Wars so you can come on. Samuel Academy, just 530 stars. Oludari Ogunlano, 530 stars. Omo, right now, let me sit down and count obese stars while we're waiting for Brume. Brume, send me a request. Brume, send me a request. Brume, send me a request. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be a bit patient for Ulua Brume. Star Wars started really late, but trust me, they came on with fire. This is not even the ordinary type of fire you're used to. This is hot fire. Please, guys, be patient. Okay, Brume is here. Right now, obedient, I too love now. As in, they charge the whole, what's they call them? Star Wars. As in, they came there with their knives. Hey, yaba buying, where would I be? Even though Joseph Nantoma is leading, let me read out the statistics for Team OB. Joseph, aka the Black Mentor, made these people not turn into white mentor. These will be people that know they hear word. Sandra Ghana, 6,400 stars, plus Godwin Sunday, 1,200 stars, plus Samuel Academy, 530 stars, plus Oludare Ogulano, 530 stars, plus 310 stars. 8,970 stars. They have done quite well. But Joseph Nantoma, the Black Mentor, is currently still leading with 10,000 stars. Obi, you're catching up. Obi, you have the mind. But Obi, you can do better because the Black Mentor is still leading. Tinubu came in with a paltry 530 stars. Make it not be like, say, they hear say that they buy stuff. Tinubu people no show. So Tinubu people just manage and show small. So I appreciate you guys to 530 stars. But this game is between Atiku and Obi. Obi's catching up to Atiku, but Atiku is showing that he's got game. So ladies and gentlemen, Brume, I'm going to send you a request again. Brume, I don't know what's wrong with your... I don't know what is wrong. Big shout out to Black Mentor, the one-man destroyer. Now, whoever wins... Hey, where's my sister? What's her name? You will sing today, just like the way we sang for our winners of Star Wars yesterday. You will sing. Where's my girl, Bukola? Ibis Love Haven. Whoever wins, Ibis Love Haven will sing. So Ibis Love Haven, prepare to sing for Atiku. You go sing. You go sing Taya. Atiku the lead. Peter Obi people, if you want them can sing for Peter Obi, better buy stars, or else when I go dance to Atiku song. Me, I don't tell you on my own. Brume, why is it so hard to add you? Godwin Sunday, don't send another 1,000 stars. Their father. Oh, I too love these Obi people. Please, I have to bring Diary of a Canadian Mom back. We can't just continue here. Me trying to buy time. Priye, please come back. I can't bring Brume on, and we're wasting time. Not like I mind because Star Wars is. Or should we just use 5 minutes to wait for Brume? Brume, download the latest version of the of the Instagram. Download. I don't think you have the latest version of Instagram, so that seems to be. Yes, I can't call you. I can't. If I send you a message, it just disappears. Let me try and invite somebody else and see if it works. If it's just you. Oh wow. I think it's me. Oh, hey. I can't seem to invite another. Oh wow, 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 wow. I think it is my fault now because I can't. Okay, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna close the live and I'm gonna come back and invite everybody afresh because Brume, it's not your fault. I can't invite any more people. I think the fault is from my system. So we're going back. We're going back and we will come back live in a moment. While I try to fix this, I need to announce the leadership right now. So, oh wow. Team Peter Obi has taken the lead. Sandra Ghana with 2,400. 2,400. Sorry, 6,400. I do beg your pardon. 6,400. 6,400 plus 2,200 plus 530 plus 530. Okay. Yes. So Team Tinubu is currently leading with 10,000. Sorry, I said Team Tinubu. Team Peter Obi is currently leading with 10,190 stars, while Team Atiku has just 10,000 stars. So big shout out to you, Team Obi. Looks like you'll carry the cup. We're going away, but we're coming back in a moment so I can reset my device. This part of the debate will be saved, but we're coming back with the bass goals. There's a bass to every boast, ladies and gentlemen. Biggest shout out to, oh my goodness, Ashiwaju's in the game. Ashiwaju just showed up with 3,000 stars. So it's 3,500 stars. Can they catch up? The highest is Team Peter Obi with 10,100, followed by Team Atiku with 10,000, and now Ashiwaju 3,500. They're not going to agree. So I'm going to close down and come right back. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be on this, and let's see who's going to win today. Bass goes when I come back. Let me reset my device. That's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Bass Goes time. This is where the heat really is. Clash of the supporters. All right, I'm inviting people. Olu Brume. And official Abubakar or Fishi. Official Abubakar Shuaibu. I'm still having a problem adding Brumel. I'm still having a problem adding Brume. Okay, Brume, I've added you again. Brume, now I think the problem is with you. All right, I've added Brume. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, before we go any further, this is the basketball session. This is the session where everybody goes at everybody else's jugular. This is the time when daggers are drawn and knives come to the game. This is the time when men with brute force can bamboozle, but the brute force is more brawn, it's more intellectual. Ladies and gentlemen, supporters of Team Peter Obi, Team Atiku, and Team Tinubu are going to go against one another live on this platform, and they're going to tear each other out. Brume did not even come here smiling. He's not even greeting anybody. He's like, let them just open the ring. Let everybody start to chop blow. Una they mad. Brume no does us day happy. Say, waiting be this. You know, as Priya was dancing in the ring, as soon as she raised her hand to tap him, as Brume collect the tap like this, he just entered the ring. Say, I wonder, where are they? While the heat is burning and it's getting hotter in the debate section, that's exactly how it is on Star Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Team Atiku currently dominated the chart until Team Obi took over. Here are the stats for Team Peter Obi. 6,400 from Sandra Ghana. 2,630 from Godwin Sunday, and 530 from Samuel Academy, and 530 from Oludara Ogunlana. A total of 10,090. Another 310 gives us a total of about 11,000 for Team Peter Obi. Team Atiku 10,000 and Team Asiwaju only 3,500. Team Peter Obi, they go sing for you today and we'll go put up your plaque, unless the Black Mentor can do something magical in the next few minutes. So over to the basketball session, the hottest session on Clash of the Supporters. Let me hear one for the teams and over to you guys. We're starting with a 10-minute time limit. Let's go there.
Okay. All right. I had a quick question for Tinubu. Quick question for you. Yeah. Are you trying to tell us that you don't know that education is important to the growth of the economy? How did countries like India, UAE, and China rise to where they are today? Are you aware that they send their people abroad for education? Are you aware of that? There is no way you can grow an economy without educating the people, right? Education is very important to raise productivity, creativity, to build entrepreneurship. There is no way Nigeria can come out of poverty if we don't educate the people. Something else, right? The illiteracy in Nigeria is what enables people like Bola Ahmed Tinubu to deceive the masses and make them believe that he somehow is the savior of the country. Before 2015, Bola Ahmed Tinubu championed the campaign of President Muhammadu Buhari. He's a leader of the APC. We have never seen Bola Ahmed Tinubu criticize that government, not for one day. Before 2015, I remember buying dollars at 180. Today, it's 700. You mentioned that Sabmila investment and said, oh, he invested 12, now it's 5. Are you aware that Sabmila is located in Nigeria? Are you aware that Sabmila is affected by the economy of the country where it is operating? So you come and say the investment is a failure. It's a failure because it's in a failed economy. By the way, go and check the stock price. The stock price is performing. But when you compare that stock price to the value in dollars, then you say it's a failure because the economy of Nigeria has failed. How much are flight tickets abroad now? How much are flight tickets within Nigeria? I lived in Port Harcourt. My wife was in Abuja. I would buy a ticket for 7,000 naira to go and visit her over the weekend. Now people are buying tickets for 150k. All of these failures are attributed to the APC. And guess who the leader of the APC is? It's your candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So I see no reason why you come here to say that Tinubu will do this, he will do that, when his party has been in power for 8 years and has steered the failure of Nigeria from where it was, from top to bottom. So I don't even understand why we have this debate with Team Tinubu and Team Atiku. To me, you guys should spend your time here apologizing to Nigerians. Okay. All right. Nice one, Bume. Nice one, Bume. You've actually said a lot of things. Team Asiwaju, right? Since you came on board this debate, what you've been telling us is we are speaking Nigeria. We are speaking our candidates. What are they going to do for Nigeria? You spent almost all this debate talking about Lagos. You understand? And your principal governed Lagos between 1999 and 2007. And it's the second worst city to live in the world. The second worst city in the world. Exactly. All the development that came to Lagos came after 2007. And when we are talking about Nigeria, is Lagos Nigeria? We have 36 states and Lagos is just one of them. We're talking about Nigeria, we're talking about improving the economy of Nigeria and moving us from where we are today. Just like Bume said, once upon a time, ticket 7,000. Today you are paying 150,000. No, it's true. Everybody can tell you that. Keep nodding your head.
Can I respond to you, guys? Because what you are saying, you don't even know what you are talking about.
You know what we are talking about. You can't bamboozle us. You know what we are talking about.
Calm down.
Let me respond.
Right now.
You will have your time. Don't worry.
I cannot take my car and go to Abuja because of insecurity. I cannot take my car and go to Abuja and caused by the APC. The same people that you are promoting, and he has said it, he wants to continue from where the current president has stopped. Who wants to continue from where we are? When we want to continue to where? Everybody will die if we continue at the rate at which we are going.
So can I respond?
British
Can I respond now?
British Airways that has spent 83 years in Nigeria are threatening to back out.
Can I respond now? You are just repeating yourself. You guys
I'm
are
not repeating myself.
What are you saying? You are not saying anything. You are not saying anything. Let me respond to you.
Talking about Nigeria.
You will regret the question you asked now. I will put back to you in a way that
please let him respond. Let's allow him to respond, please.
Your principal is Lagos.
Okay.
I want to hear your response. I'm very interested in hearing your response.
Do you know that when we started this thing, you did not tell us for once how really your principal is going to do or how he's going to impact on the economy of Nigeria?
There's no impact. It's come to rule. There's no impact.
The economy of Lagos.
There is no impact.
Can I respond? Can I respond?
And that is what you are saying.
Can I respond? So,
two of you, because you know that question well.
Two of you just call F9 now.
No, now you can
in Please give us facts. Stop this bamboozle tactics. Yourself and the leaders of our team, you guys never come with facts. See, one word of advice: prepare for debate. Prepare for debate. Prepare for debate. That is finished. Talk to these people. Let me respond to what they are saying. They are not happy.
Okay, wait.
Prepare and give us facts. We are talk now.
Let's hear him talk.
Okay, fine. You just call S9. Let me talk now. Respond now. We are waiting for you.
Let Team Asiwaju talk.
Two of you just call S9 in what they call key performance indicator. You said I keep talking of Lagos. So if you don't talk about what an antecedent, the track record of what the person has done, how will you assess him what he's going to do in power? Anybody can make promise. Listen. Anybody can make promise. What have you done in the past? If you have a CV, the way people will respond to you, the way they will hire you, is what you have done in the past. So you are a failure in what they call key performance indicator. You don't know what they're doing.
My friend, go to Balogun Market and tell the trader there about key performance indicator. What is the price of Gary? What's the price of Agbado? What's the price of beans and dodo? What is the price of those things? Forget these key performance indicators, right? We are talking about people who are going to vote for a candidate based on performance. How much is what is the cost of transportation? Can you travel from Lagos to Ibadan without being scared of being kidnapped? Can you even go by train? What is KPI? Please don't talk about any nonsense KPI here. Talk about the effect of your principal's track record on the lives of Nigerians. How has he improved flooding in Lagos? Did he construct any road? All of the GDP you talk about, what project did Tinubu commission in 8 years in Lagos? Zero. Nothing.
So let me respond to Atiku first. Now, Atiku was in charge of privatization. I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Atiku was in charge of privatization. Okay?
Yes.
According to the constitution, you understand, you're supposed to be in charge of economy.
Yes.
Now, ASCON was valued as 3.5 billion. Atiku sold ASCON for $130 million. Where is ASCON today? Wait. Delta Steel Company was $1.5 billion. Atiku sold it for $30 million. Where is Delta Steel Company today? Is that the kind of person you want us to have over Nigeria to? That's number one. Another question. Wait. For obesity now. My question to obesity now. We have four indices for growth that I just mentioned. Four indices for growth. GDP, IPR, ease of doing business, wealth creation. That is it. I want to make an announcement. If Obi did better than Tinubu in just one of them, I will cross over to your team today. Which of these three that Obi did better than Tinubu?
Can I educate you, please?
Let me.
I need to educate this man, right? Because
give me one example where Obi did better than Tinubu. Just give me one.
Should we start from? Should we start from?
Give me one, and I will cross to your side.
Can you listen?
Oh yeah, let's hear.
IPR, GDP, and wealth creation. If Obi did better than Tinubu in just one of them, I will cross to your side. Give me one.
How do you measure ease of doing business? Do you know? Simple question, yes or no? Do you know how you measure ease of doing business?
You see, the data I'm giving you is from what bank?
I'm asking a simple question. Do you know how you measure ease of doing business? You are throwing in this detail. How is it measured? Tell us. Tell us how you measure it.
It's measured by one, your judiciary system. Do you have effective judiciary system in your state? Lagos State has number one judiciary system in the state.
Okay,
in Nigeria.
The answer is no. The answer is we don't know how ease of doing business is measured. Very simple. You don't know.
Let me tell you everything. Your environment.
It's a World Bank Index. Please go and do your research. It is a World Bank Index.
Do you have infrastructure? Do you have infrastructure? Those are the things to measure ease of doing business. And Anambra did badly. They are number 27 in Nigeria. To do business in Anambra is difficult.
That's the reason why I asked you if you understand how ease of doing business is measured. Now, can I please educate you? You're asking me which of these indices Obi did well, right? You keep talking about IGR.
Give me one.
You keep talking about IGR. What is the R in the I? It's not revenue.
I gave you 4.
The revenue that Lagos State is generating, right? Let me tell you something. Right? Your monthly wage bill in Lagos is only 6.5 billion, right? As when Tinubu left in 2007, Lagos was generating 83.06 billion naira. What is the money used for? It's not enough to say we generate IGR. Our GDP is high. It's high, yes. What project has the governor done? Has he put on ground to increase productivity? It's not just tarring roads and going about commissioning housing estates, right, that people cannot afford. Now, Peter Obi brought Innocent to Anambra State. Are you aware? Can you please go?
It's a lie. Innocent has been in Anambra before Obi came in. They were doing
Innocent vehicle manufacturing was not in Anambra State. Correction. Innocent vehicle manufacturing was not in Anambra State. Innocent was selling motorcycle parts. Let me educate you. Innocent was selling motorcycle parts. Okay, Innocent vehicle manufacturing of motor vehicles was not in Anambra State, right?
Innocent in Anambra
in the same way, he was selling motorcycle parts, my brother. Listen to me. Innocent was selling motorcycle parts. IGM, as we know it today, was brought about by Peter Obi's economic policies. He commissioned the factory.
Which economic policy? No. Somebody that cannot generate IGR. Somebody that cannot grow GDP.
Excuse me. Let me keep educating you, right? You mentioned Sabila yourself, right? You said he invested his money, his estate money in Sabila, right? Yes, Sabila is the biggest brew in West Africa. Okay, that's true. Have you heard of Orient Petroleum? We have a 55,000 barrel per day capacity. I'm coming.
I gave you 4 indices for growth.
I am coming.
Tell me one that
let's attack your indices, right? GDP growth, okay? Peter Obi grew Anambra State GDP by 18%, right?
No.
The time he was allowed to actually perform as a governor. Are you aware?
That's lie. It is revenue. That's lie. You say you don't know what
he grew IGR by 18%. You want make I show you graph?
Why did you call GDP?
I said IGR.
You just said
you were not listening.
Continue.
I said okay. Sorry if I made a mistake. He grew the IGR by 18%.
You can't lie to me.
In the time he was allowed to actually perform as governor. I'm coming. What does it take to grow IGR? First of all, you have to increase economic activity, right? Peter Obi could have easily told the line of Bola Ahmed Tinubu by overtaxing people, right? Tax bus drivers, tax conductors, tax television, tax mobile signs, tax everything. Peter Obi said, no, I will increase human capacity first, okay? Industries like Orient Petroleum Refinery, industries like Sabina Brewery, like Innocent, and a lot of small and medium-scale industries were grown in Peter Obi's tenure. That is why the next governor was able to grow IGR. If you look at the IGR graph on the budget website, it's a straight line slope, okay? It doesn't increase meteorically when the next governor came over. Peter Obi laid the foundation, and he grew IGR. Here, you banded some figures that were wrong, right? As at the time Peter Obi left, yes.
Which figure?
You said IGR was less than 6 billion. That's what you said.
2003. Let me read everything for you. I have everything.
What was it in 2014? What was it?
Was there to date. Which year?
I think
what 2014?
Which year?
2014. They called the 2014 figure. Yes.
2014 was 12.8 billion. 12.8 billion. So what are you saying?
You asked certain questions regarding my.
I have figure here.
Yes. Okay, yes, fine.
Can I handle this? I'll see what you guys because
make sure your figures come with facts.
All right, guys.
I said my principal was in charge of economy during his time being the vice president.
We are there today.
Delta Steel were not working before privatization. They were not working before privatization. Okay.
We are there today.
Where were they before privatization?
Privatization not supposed to revitalize them?
But we have a thing called privatization. Do you know that if you allow machinery to deteriorate to the extent where you cannot repair, no amount of money will justify investing in trying to revitalize them, right? You're asking where they are today.
I told you, you guys don't understand economic efficiency. So you will buy an asset with your...
All right, guys. We're going to take a break right now. Hold on, guys. Hold on, everyone.
But if you go in and you do your feasibility studies and you find out that it is not a profitable venture, you will pie blow for a while.
You will do feasibility study before you buy an asset. I said you guys are dead.
Who does the studies? Who does the feasibility study?
All right, I removed him. I'm bringing him back. I want there to be some calm. Everybody is shouting. Okay. You guys are shouting. Okay, so I'm bringing Olu back. Because that was the only way I could get to.
You've given him some assignments.
Now, guys, please, the basketballs, I don't want, you guys are shouting, and it doesn't work like that. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to talk. Sorry, Olu, I had to just remove you so that everybody will calm down a bit. Now, yes, I understand, and we're working on that. But before we go any further, I need to celebrate Star Wars. Maybe that will calm us down a little. Let's go to Star Wars and see what's going on. All of a sudden, Team Tinubu has 6,900 stars. Team Peter Obi leading with 6,400 stars plus 2,630 stars plus 1,200 stars plus 1,000 stars from Ima Okele, my sister, God bless you. Chinedu Eze, 530 stars. Samuel Acheme, 530 stars. Team Tinubu is currently on 12,290 stars. Plus 530 plus 310. Team Tinubu currently leading with 13,130 stars. 13,130 stars. Big shout out to Team Obi. Team Obi, 13,130 stars. Big shout out to you. Oh my goodness. Team Atiku has overthrown them. 14,000 stars. So Team Atiku is currently leading. Let us see how well Team Tinubu is doing in the meantime. All right. Team Tinubu with 6,930 stars plus 3,000 stars plus 1,050 stars. So Team Tinubu is right now on 10,980 stars. Big shout out to everyone contributing. Adetoye Mafo and Miss Tar Wallington. Together, they were able to get 10,980 stars. Today, every single team is well represented. Team Obi, the current leader with 13,130 stars, was overthrown by Team Atiku. So this is the first time we're having clash of the supporters and everybody's hands are on deck. A quick 900 stars from Brume himself. While he's right here, he no agree. Team Obi has finally taken back power. With the 900 stars Brume brought, they have overthrown. Oh, Black Mentor, let them rest now. Black Mentor, let them rest now. Black Mentor, may they even enjoy them. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the Black Mentor taking Team Atiku once again to the lead, even though very quickly my lovely brother here, Brume, quickly equalized. So there's an equalizer coming. Team Tinubu, you guys have work to do. 19,000 is the current place where Team Team Atiku is. Oh wow, oh my goodness, they're on 20,000 already. So Team Tinubu is half that. Guys, you have work. Team Obi is on 13, about 14,000. You guys can do it. I'm enjoying this. Now, can we have a civilized bass boost while the Star Wars continue? Oh my goodness. I'm seeing all sorts of things happening here in the Star Wars. God bless you guys. Joseph Nantoma is not alone. More and more people are hitting up. Joseph Nantoma did another 500 stars. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this happen. So, Basbos,
All right.
with a bit of decency.
All right. Thank you very much. I think I've given time to Peter Obi and Tim Aswaju over.
You didn't allow me to talk.
Last couple of minutes. No,
you didn't allow me to
let's
talk.
calm down. Let's interact.
We just beg una now. I want to begin fight again.
Now you were speaking about economy, about my principle that the vice, as the vice president, right, is in charge of the economy. The economy of Nigeria, as at that time when he was the vice president, is 100 times better than what it is today, that is led by the ABC. By the time he left government in 2007, the dollar was 180. Today we're talking 700. And he's responsible for the economy. I am very sure that the whole of Nigerians would wish they would go back to that time. Two, you were talking about privatization. Now, you talked about this ASCON and where again being valued. Valued by who? Valued by who? What are your facts of the valuation? And again, the process of government, even if he is the vice president and in charge of privatization, do you know that nothing would be approved without it going to the Federal Executive Council and it being approved before implementation? It is not him single-handedly that would decide to say, I'm privatizing this and I'm selling it at this. And based on, let me also take you back to the cue of what Gume said.
You want to
when you have an asset, calm down. When you have an asset, right, and that asset has been in existence for over 30 years, do you know that based on machinery and other things, there is depreciation? And it has to take effect. What was the current value of those items at that particular point in time? And at that particular point in time, those places that you're talking about, what were they contributing to the economy of the country as at that particular point in time? So what are we talking about? Yes, your principal is not the one in government right now, but APC is, and he's the leader of APC. Today I'm buying the dollar at almost 700 naira. Please take me back to 1999 to 2007. Wake me up from my sleep.
Can I address you?
Let me be able to take a flight and come to Lagos and come for a weekend. Me and my make at 7,000 naira or less. Let me do that. I would want to do that. My principal was in charge of the economy at that particular point in time. If I would go back to that point now, every Nigerian would be excited.
You just excuse your
and you are now saying, no. We are comparing figures with figures. I am just tell me what I have said. It is not fact. That as of 2007, the dollar was 180. Today, the dollar is almost 700 naira. Tell me what I'm saying is wrong. I agree that my principal was in charge of economy then. Please take me back then. Right now.
Okay, let's allow him. Let's allow him tell us why rice that was 8,000 is now about 30,000 naira. Tell us. Yes, talk.
In 2010, the total Nigerian debt was 35 billion USD. In 2014, it rose to 67 billion USD.
Yes.
So between 2014 to 2022, now when Buhari take over, it's now $95 billion. Now, this is the question I have for you. In between from 2010 to 2014, it rise by almost $28 billion. The question is this: that was the period of boom in Nigeria. That was when we had the highest revenue. Wait, that was PDP.
No, forget about PDP. We are talking about our principles. We are talking about.
You asked a question. You asked a question.
But now you just asked us a question, right?
To answer your question now.
Allow him to answer. Allow him to answer.
You just asked us a question, right? Yeah. So the answer to that question, right?
Now
the answer to that question is the reason why Nigerians wanted change so badly in 2015 was what you just mentioned. Now we wanted change so badly, and your principal came and promised us change along with his candidate. PDP was in power, right? He was in power. How did APC come into power in 2015?
Obi was part of PDP. Is PDP light now? Obi is PDP light. You don't know?
You just asked a question, right? You asked a question about the depth between 2010 and 2014 and the boom. We realized that our resources were being mismanaged, right?
You stopped me.
And then we wanted change. And you guys came with the change, and that's where we are today now. It is the change you brought that has brought us to where we are right now.
Obi was part of PDP.
When was Obi part of PDP? When?
Obi was part of them.
Was Obi in power? Was Obi in the government? Was he the president? Was he a minister?
I don't want to challenge to you. I don't want to challenge to you first. I list economic indices growth. GDP, ease of doing business, ITR, and wealth creation. You cannot tell me one where Obi did better than Tinubu. I'm throwing another one to you now. As bad as you say Buhari government is, tell me any past president in Nigeria since 1999 that has done better than Buhari in the area of infrastructure. That's another. Go and think about
at what cost? At what cost?
At what cost? You are telling me when Obasanjo and Atiku invest $60 billion on road and no road was built.
Can I educate you on something, right? You keep throwing indices around. Okay.
You spent $10 billion on Second Niger Bridge and nothing was done. Is that what you're asking me?
Should I ask you how much Lagos is spending on a 27-kilometer railway? Do you know that Lagos, right? The railway is being built at a cost of 51 million per kilometers, compared to just 6.5 million per kilometer in Ghana.
What did your principal
what is so special about Lagos that you spend 51 million per kilometer on the railway? So
what did they build? When PDP was in power for 16 years, what did they build?
I can tell you what they built. I can tell you what PDP built.
Okay, let me.
All right, guys. Calm. Can we have some calm, please?
Young Nigerians could actually buy brand new cars. Do you know that?
Hold on, guys.
Just 10 years, people came from the UK back to Nigeria.
Can we?
Nigeria was better. My brother is one of them.
The infrastructure that was built during PDP, that you are saying that what did they build? Even the trains that you enjoy now, who started it? Was it not a completed project?
Now. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everyone. I have a question for each of you. Hello? I have a question for each of you. I have a question for you guys. Before I ask that question, I must congratulate everyone who's bought stars. Big shout out to Oladeyi, who bought 99 stars. Big shout out to Justin Crow, I think, who bought Justin Cross, who bought 200 stars, and Nana Okebedi for Team Peter Obi 2,500 stars. So Team Peter Obi has now moved to about 16,000 stars. But still dominating the chart is Team Atiku Abubakar. Ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to Joseph Nantoma, the Black Mentor, dominating the stars for Team Atiku Abubakar, just like he said he would. And prepare yourself, my darling sister. You're going to sing for Atiku Abubakar today, whether you like it or not, because they are the ones leading. So, where's my sister Bukola? Don't run anywhere. You are singing Atiku song, now them they lead, and now you get voice. So you go sing, me I go rap, give you. Um, Big shout out to them. They're really trying. Oh, they're trying so hard to play catch up. I love my team OB. They no one here, they no one agree. Somebody just bought some stars. I don't know who it is, but I have a question for you guys. Let us talk about end SARS. 5 more minutes. I'm closing Star Wars, and we're going to use this as the last bass boost. A 5-minute timed bass boost for us all. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're enjoying the debate? If you are, let's talk about NSARS. Before I ask the question, remember currently Team Atiku Abubakar is leading the Star Wars by a wide margin. Team Tinubu did quite well, but they were overtaken by Team Peter Obi, who's taken second position, while the number one is big shout out to Team Atiku Abubakar, led by Joseph Nantoma, aka the Black Mentor. Here is your story. Here is your question. Before I hit the start button, I'm going to ask you that you are going to answer the question in a Gbasgbo style. End SARS. Currently, we're all aware that the police force in Nigeria is undermanned and underfunded. There was a protest in 2020, if I'm correct, sometime in October. And the issue was the way SARS representatives were handling cases, and it led to a very messy, it had a very messy ending. As advisors to your principals, what would you have told them to do? What would you have told them to do differently? And what would you have told them to avoid should they have been in power? The question is end SARS. Luckily for you, none of your principals were in power, so this is hypothetical. Team Tinubu, Team Atiku, and Team Peter Obi, in no particular order, as this is the basketball session. Over to you all. Discuss this. Facts, figures, go at each other, but don't shout.
To give us time. I suggest to give us time because
5 minutes. Everybody's going to talk. Everybody's going to allow everybody else to talk.
Shouting us down, So
no need to shout. No need to shout. I want a good debate on this, and I want you to go against each other, and I want the public to judge. In the meantime, Team Atiku is leading the Star Wars. Team Obi, catch up Star Wars. Buy stars on Facebook. In the meantime, final answer, final question, and you've got exactly 5 minutes. Time limit. Time's been set. Over to you guys.
Let me quickly start. Right, the NSAS protest of what happened was an unfortunate situation, right? And it came about because of police brutality and the human rights abuse by the police. And I think the fundamental issue, I believe, there is a root cause to all that. First things first, our recruitment process will have to be looked into when you are employing people in uniform. The police is a very critical aspect of the country in terms of security. One, their numbers are so low. Two, they are greatly underfunded, leaving them with no situation but what they are doing on the streets and what they are doing on our roads. Now, and again, on that particular day, they are uniformed people, they must have taken orders. People in uniform don't do things without orders. Definitely. So orders were given. So for me, if my principal was the president and I was in a situation that I could advise, was totally not to engage, because the demonstration was actually peaceful. The bottom line is that the advice was to maintain a line that should not be crossed, but allowed for people, because there's freedom to express, there's freedom to demonstrate by law. And to be able to manage that, you have to understand these things and to ensure that it is not escalated. Force can only be used if it goes out of hand. And even that, there are procedures of how that could be settled in terms of not using non-lethal items. So if I was to advise, definitely was to allow the peaceful demonstration to go on, allow them to express why they are demonstrating, and then government to sit down and really look into the matter and investigate, and open up a panel to investigate what is really going on. That is what I would advise. And if a proper investigation was done and culprits within uniform were found wanted and examples were set, it's going to avoid the reoccurrence. And that is what you need to do, is to set precedents to avoid reoccurrence. And that is what I would advise to ensure that that doesn't happen and there is no reoccurrence. Thank you very much.
All right, over to you, Team Tinubu.
So for me, basically, protest is enshrined in our constitution. There will always be protests. Even among the best of the best government, there will be protests. But the way my principal will manage this kind of crisis is to ensure that, first and foremost, what is their demand? If they say end SARS and there's a justification to it, then SARS must be ended. They must. I think this government we had, when the people were protesting that SARS should, they don't want SARS should be banned. I think the government responded quickly and they banned SARS. However, the protest escalated to something else. Maybe they said end police brutality. So I think they take it from end SARS to end brutality or something. Because government respond swiftly. And that's the fact we lead to the government of the day responding quickly to the demand of the citizens. However, the thing escalates the way it is. My principal will have ensured that, the police need to be properly trained, because that's where all this issue lies. They were not properly trained, because if they are properly trained, they will have ensured that this thing does not lead to crisis, manage crowd control, and the rest, which was not there. That's number one. Number two, police is underfunded, and we have shortage of police. In a country like Nigeria, there should be state police. There should be state police where they can complement or support the federal police, in carry out their assignment. Maybe this situation would have been, they will have found a way to avert it. And finally, you understand, the other thing is this: as a citizen, you understand, we should also be mindful of how we engage, the government in whatever we are doing. Even though we may be angry, we should be very mindful, because protest in most cases always leads to violence. Anywhere in the world, protest always leads to violence. So, you remember how many buses there was burned? We have so many BRT buses that was burned. Stations destroyed. In fact, the whole of ShopRite was looted during that period. So this is what protest normally leads to. So many, in fact, Lagos was destroyed. Lagos was destroyed during this period. So government needs to, manage this, and some people even feel like there's a political undertone to it. Do you understand? How could you end SARS? You want SARS to end, and government immediately responded by end SARS, and the protest continued. So some people are even giving a political coloration to it. So basically, that's what I think my principal would do, is to ensure that, the right thing is done, people are allowed to exercise their right, and they make sure that it does not escalate to this violence that we saw. That's just what I think about it.
All right. Before anybody else answers, before Brume answers, I must say Team Tinubu has jumped to number 2 with a single buying by Yusuf Oladimeji of 10,000 stars. Team Tinubu, you can actually dislodge Atiku Abubakar. You can actually dislodge them. They're on 29,000 stars, and Team Tinubu is currently on 20,980 stars, while Peter Obi is on about 16,000. Peter Obi was leading the first half of this. What happened? Team Peter Obi, as Brume, your man is answering, begin to fire the stars. Begin to fire the stars, or else a song will be sung for the leader, and it will not be Peter Obi. The way I'm looking at it, Joseph Nantoma has jumped in again. He's doing his magic. He's moved it to 31,500 stars. The black mentor, you have done well. Peter Obi, what would you do? What would you advise your principal if he was in power during the SARS protest of 2020 in the month of October?
All right. If I were to advise my principal, the first thing I'll advise him will be to be transparent and sincere, right? We all saw how the government attempted to cover up the fact that people were shot, despite the fact that we all watched this live from DJ Switch's Instagram. It was carried by international media. In fact, the whole SARS protest trended globally and was a chance for the Nigerian government to prove that they could actually listen to the people, right? But once again, somehow I think we don't have people who are actually there to advise our leaders, properly, and they made the wrong move. Look at the sequence of events that happened, right? So at this time, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu wasn't the president. Of course, it was Buhari, but he was the leader of the APC, right? We saw that all of the lights, the cameras, the advertising media was taking off. We see how the MD of that advertising company, Lotsad Media, Sheyi Tinubu, is always with his dad. So I strongly believe that as a family, his dad was involved in the decision to set up the shooting of those innocent protesters, because all of the conditions were made, were prepared, before the soldiers stepped in and shot at these people who were singing the national anthem and carrying the Nigerian flag. Without warning, they couldn't use high-pressure water, they couldn't use plastic bullets, they came with live rounds and began to shoot at innocent Nigerians. So, after the fact, it happened. Sorry, I was reading some comments, right? What would my principal have done, right? Based on my advice, I'll say, hey, come out and admit to Nigerians, state in strong terms your condemnation of what had happened, and promise an investigation. Don't deny. 1. Number 2, despite the fact that the government denied it, the same panel that was set up by the Lagos state government proved that people were indeed shot. And the number of people that were shot is in contention, right? But right as of today, there are recommendations from that panel that are not being adhered to, right? The wounds resulting from that incident haven't been healed. People still remember that incident with disdain. So for me, I will advise my principal to ensure that he sets, the country on the path to healing by first admitting wrongdoing, which hasn't been done yet. Secondly, by identifying the people affected. I did not see the government visiting the victims and the victims' families after the incident. It's like it didn't happen, denied. They even capped it by arresting more and more people. Now, the violence that the Team Tinubu guy mentioned, right? We also saw how thugs were being ferried in government cars, number 1. Number 2, a lot of the looting happened after the shootings had already happened. It was a reaction. There's no way you will shoot innocent people that the citizens will not be enraged. So, two wrongs don't make a right. Yes, people were shot, resulting from peaceful protests, right? The shooting didn't need to happen in the first place, right? The government was tone deaf to the cries of the people.
All right. Time up.
President reacted when the
Time
governor of
up.
Lagos State went to meet him and explained to him what was happening to the people.
Time
right?
up, Blue Man.
So there's so many wrongs that happened at the legislature.
Time up.
Shouldn't defend any
Time
in this
up.
case.
Time up. All right, guys, that was Clash of the Supporters. Sorry, today I've been so sleepy. I've not gotten enough sleep, but that doesn't mean I wasn't paying attention. I enjoyed every part of it, especially the Star Wars, because that's really nice. The question session today, how did they answer? There's going to be a team set up that's going to look into this. We're going to call them the forensic team. If you're interested in being part of the forensic team, the forensic team is going to look at the crowd reaction. They're going to have the job of actually taking down every positive comment. It's going to be a lot of work. Every positive comment and every negative comment against every candidate. I think we're going to start that officially from next week. So everybody that says, Atiku, you have done well. 1. Atiku, shut up. Another person will take it down. So the battle would rage on and on. By the way, Star Wars, which I'm about to close right now, Yusuf Oladimeji for Team Ashiwaju, they're on 19,500. It looks like this is a tie. Please, guys, forgive me, but give me a few moments to count for Team Ashiwaju. 19,500 plus 6,930 plus 3,000 plus 1050 plus. They currently have, Team Ashiwaju currently has, about to declare a winner, 31,600 stars. Looks like this is going to be carried by Team Ashiwaju. Joseph Nantoma is on 31,500. This is a tie. As 31,600 is quite close. I might just allow 1 more minute for somebody to throw in something. And in that 1 minute, I'm going to thank you guys so much for being such good debaters. I'm going to appreciate you eternally and show you love. The war on the Star Wars is between Atiku and Tinubu. Peter Obi did so well. Thank you so much. You led last week, and we absolutely love you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for the basketballs. Thank you for the fun. Thank you for the love. But now it's time to bring Sister Buki for the singing. So take care, goodbye, and good night.
No closing statement. Okay.
Hey, wait. You will come back and give your closing statements.
Okay.
I want to close Star Wars, and then you close with 1 minute each. So to close the statement, before the closing statement, I'm bringing in Sister Buki to sing for the winner. Who is the winner going to be? Is it going to be Atiku? Or is it going to be Tinubu? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it currently looks like Tinubu is leading with just 100 stars. Just 100 stars. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're about to declare a winner. Tinubu is fully leading now. Joseph Nantoma is catching up. Joseph Nantoma is catching up.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tie currently. Joseph Nantoma on 32,500. While it's a tie now. It's a tie. About 32,502 for Team Tinubu. It's a tie. Somebody do something big. Somebody give up this race. Team Tinubu or Team Atiku? We're about to sing for the winner now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Somebody do something. Somebody do something. Oh yeah, Joseph Nantoma. Oh yeah, Yusuf Oladimeji. Yusuf Oladimeji. Yusuf Oladimeji. By the time we are done with Star Wars today, your name will turn to Yusuf Oladejo. Oladimejo. You know what Oladimeji is? Wealth becomes 2. Oladejo means wealth becomes 8. Oh yeah, somebody has done something. Yusuf Oladimeji has finished it. The battle is closing. 1 minute time limit. Let me give them proper time so it not look like I'm setting up for one side. Yusuf Oladimeji on 22,000 stars. Currently, we have to count this. Count with me, my sister. No, as in they are firing on all cylinders. Joseph Nantoma just did 2,500 stars. My darling Ima Okele did 200 stars, but Peter Obi has been pushed to the background. Brume, my lovely brother, thank you so much. You're such a good guy. Brume has done 250 stars. I love you. I appreciate you. Joseph Nantoma is on fire right now with a total of 38,500 stars. But let's count Tinubu stars. 22,000 from Yusuf Oladimejo. I don't upgrade that from Oladimeji. Plus 6,930 stars. Sorry, that was 22,000 plus 6,930 stars plus 3,000 stars plus 1,050 stars. And that's all. So right now, a big shout out to Team Tinubu with 32,980 stars as they come second to Team Atiku at 39,500 stars. Quite a big lead. Yusuf Oladimeji, I did say I was going to give you guys 1 minute, a time limit, and you have a few seconds to go. Any equalizer possible? Let's watch and wait. I'm bringing the people back so they can have their finals. But I think we also need to end the Star Wars because I've got my singing queen here. By the way, while we're waiting for the 1 minute to end, what is your take? How did the debate go today, my sister?
Sincerely speaking, I think it was a wonderful debate. I didn't really join from maybe the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but I joined later. It was beautiful. But sincerely, I would still want more of the basketball session. Maybe because of my thinking, maybe because my level of reasoning. I would want a more constructive basketballs, honestly. Because sometimes you don't even know what they are saying. We just know that they are arguing, right? But I love the way you came in later and kind of moderated. So it's okay. I would say they did fantastic. And kudos to them. I know it's a lot. I know they do a lot of research. They do a lot of reading. So I think we should give it up to everyone. It's not easy when you have something that you need to present. I know they are doing well. It's a lot of job, to go research, even though we have some lies, right? We have some fallacy, and of course we have some facts too. But I think they did well generally, yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Star Wars has finally come to an end. And the winner is not Atiku Abubakar. It's Tinubu. Tinubu people have won with 40,680 stars as against Joseph Nantoma's 39,500 stars. This is out of this world. Team Tinubu won the Star Wars today. They meant it. They were consistent. From 23,000 from Yusuf Oladimeji. Listen, let's count it together so you know there is no Ojoro. As of the time we ended, this is 39,000 from Team Atiku. It's very easy to read because it's just one person. So we have 23,700 plus 12,930 plus 3,000 from Adetoye Mafo plus 1050 from Temidayo Oyelami, bringing to a total of 40,680. I wish you counted on your own. And up until now, leading was no one other than Joseph Nantoma, the Black Mentor. But Team Tinubu has taken over with 1,100 stars, 1,180 stars to be precise. So, Buki, over to you. You will sing for Tinubu today.
So that is free there.
You have to sing. You have to sing.
But I'm just.
You have to sing. Everybody tried. So you sing a bit for everybody. Now, big shout out. I forgot to greet my sister. No. You have to sing for Tinubu. After you sing general song, you must sing Tinubu song.
Okay,
Ladies and gentlemen, she must sing. So, big shout out to Ima Okele. Ima Okele also did so well. Thank you so much. 7,200 stars. I forgot to give you a shout out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Star Wars started very late today. Started half of the show. We had not done any Star Wars. Then all of a sudden now we did better than last week. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you all. Thank you, Team OB. You guys did very well. You did not come last. You did well. You actually led the beginning part of the show. Atiku 2, you led up until the end. This Tinubu overthrow, as in they just waited for that last 1 minute and just pow. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whether you're angry or not, whether you're happy or not, you have to sing for the winner. And the winner of Star Wars today is Tinubu. And they have to send me their poster. They go bash me for social media. Where this time? They tried. I'm so happy. All right. So, oh yeah, sing for Nigeria, sing for all of them, and then end with Tinubu, our winner.
Okay. Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We are a nation unified and boys. We will take a stand and heal our land to faith, to defend what we are. Yeah, we stand as a people with one voice, with one song. We are a nation undivided and poised. We'll protect our stand and heal our land with faith to defend what we are.
Woo! Whoa. By the way, I contributed 6,000 stars to Team OB. Because Binta Ghana gave me 6,000 stars and said I should give it to any team I like, and my team is Peter Obi, so they got 6,000 stars. So I also contributed to Team Peter Obi today, because I could have given it to anybody, or I could have decided to not give it to anybody too. So yes, we did try, but now it is time. Now all of you, please, let's have game spirit. If it was Peter Obi that won, we'll all be happy. I tried. I contributed my own stars to Peter Obi. But as we did not win, Tinubu won. Let us sing for Tinubu now. Next week, una go gather on ourselves. Una go sing for whoever else win. I will show you my chat with Sandra Ghana, so you can see that. Look at it. She said here, pick your team. And I counted it for, let me show you guys so you guys can see that it is, you can see, it's for your team you pick. Ha ha ha. I'm really supporting my brother's channel. So, and she bought a total, I'm going to show you guys, she bought a total of 7,600 stars. So I'm going to show that to you. So that was my contribution to Team Peter Obi. 7,000, that's her, Sandra Ghana. So I contributed that to Peter Obi's team, which would have gone a long way. So guys, it's as fair as it can be. They won. They've never won before. Atiku has won Star Wars before. Obi has won Star Wars before. Tinubu people have never won Star Wars before. Let us also celebrate them so that they can also feel special today. So we are singing a song for them, and I'm going to put up a poster for them. So Bukola, over to you.
I'll compose this one now.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
No. Go, Joe. Bye. All right, guys, that was some good fun, and big shout out to Team Ashiwaju. They won the Star Wars today. The Star Wars has nothing to do with the debate, but it's all fun and games, and it's an opportunity for my channel to be supported and an opportunity for there to be sportsmanship between all the teams. Bongoli is happy. I can see the happiness. Team Obi is saying I knew the song will get problem. All of you guys are not nice, but anyway, I must appreciate you guys. So let me give you your 1 minute so you guys can end. Olu Brumer. So the last person is from team. The last person is from team Musti. Hey, I can't find Musti again. Mustafa Alpha. Okay. Abubakar official. So you guys have 1 minute each. All right, so 1 minute time limit, everybody. Over to you, starting with team. Oh wow, he couldn't come. Oh hey, official Abubakar. Okay, I'm sending him a request. Timashiwaju wants to talk. Reduce volume because he'll be shouting. All right. Okay, guys. So 1 minute time limit. Thank you so much for that. We all had fun. That was a nice side attraction. Over to the debate. 1 minute each, starting with Team Atiku Abubakar. Real quick.
Thank you very much, Daddy Freeze, for this lovely co-debaters. It was fantastic today. So it's a closing remark for my principal, and the closing remark, we're talking about economy. Today's subject was economy. very important, and of course, that is one of the things that we need in this country to be able to get us move further from where we are today. Now, one thing I want to say is where we are today needs someone with vast experience in this particular topic that we are talking about. And I would want to say that my principal has that experience coming from the years that he has served in government in various capacities to where he is today. He's been very passionate about economy. He's been very passionate about saying that, look, we need a private sector-driven economy. To be able to get Nigeria working, we need to be producing. We have to reduce our import rates in order to attract foreign investment and improve the value of the naira. And I believe one thing I would say that is key. I think amongst the three aspirants that we are debating here today, I think he was the first to bring out his 5-point agenda, and economy was one of the major aspects that he made an emphasis on, and wants to ensure that
time up.
he uses that.
Time up is 1 minute. Please, let's make this quick. Thank you so much. Over to you.
So who's next?
Me, right?
Yes.
Team Tinubu.
Team Tinubu.
Okay. Yeah, what I need to say here is that I'm pleading to Nigeria. This is the most important part of our lives. Economy is very, very important. It is not something to toy with. Do you understand? And let us give this opportunity to somebody who has done it before. Do you understand? Nigeria needs someone who can generate revenue. Our revenue drive as it is right now is low. You know, somebody who has done 7,500% is what we need. Somebody who knows how to create wealth. That's what Nigeria needs at this point. We shouldn't make mistakes that somebody is importing ketchup, ice cream to Nigeria cannot grow the economy. Do you understand what I'm saying? We should not, somebody who cannot generate revenue, whose revenue is dropping when he was governor, how is he going to manage Nigeria? In fact, recently in Arise TV, they just aired it now as we speak. Very recently, Obi was saying he's going to borrow money too. So that's what we have been saying. We need someone who understands the economy, who can grow it. Somebody who has done it before. Look at what Lekki Trade.
Time up. And Timobi, your parting words.
Okay, quickly. We need right now to take Nigeria out of this situation, right? Where we have termites, monkeys, and snakes enjoying the largest of Nigeria better than human beings. We need to leave this situation where the foreign exchange that we have right now makes us very, 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 reduces the purchasing power of the average Nigerian. You just talked about manufacturing. Dangote has been struggling to operate his tomato factory at 1/5 of the production capacity because farmers can't generate enough tomatoes for him to manufacture. So a smart businessman right now will not manufacture. You'll import until the economy is fixed. Now, Peter Obi is the one that will fix the economy. He's demonstrated that before. He brought industries to Anambra State from a time where the state was bedeviled by godfatherism and nepotism. Peter Obi has demonstrated to be very frugal financially. We don't need to generate revenue. We need to spend the money where it is supposed to go, and that's to develop the people, to generate economic activities so that the people can produce and sell goods and services within Nigeria and export. We need to balance the trade between Nigeria and other countries so that GDP can be in favor of Nigeria. Now, Peter Obi has demonstrated in the past that he has the capacity to lead governance, to be straightforward, to administer funds properly. And he has set forth his plans. If you watch all his interviews on all the various media forums, you can hear what Peter Obi plans to do. Case in point, increase power production generation from what it is now to 15,000 megawatts in 4 years. Peter Obi has laid out these plans, and from what we have seen from the three candidates, he's the most sincere and is the one who has the interest of Nigerians at heart. And you can see that from his engagement all over the country with Nigerians and in diaspora as well. Look at the leader of our group, Dario, the Canadian mom. She's taking a selfie with Peter Obi. He's everywhere. He listens to Nigerians. And we believe that that listening heart is what will make him truly care about the plight of Nigerians and make Nigeria turn around for the betterment of the average man. So please vote Peter Obi come the next election. Vote the Labour Party if you want somebody who truly cares about Nigeria and is truly dedicated to taking Nigeria from where it is now to a place where it will be beneficial to all of us Nigerians. And those of us who are abroad can now come back, like what happened during the Obasanjo era. So I want to thank everybody here for
Time up
and for listening to us. Thank you. And to my co-debaters, thank you as well.
Thank you guys so much. I love you all. This was a very fun session. Thank you to Bukola.